Hi. I figured I would make like a little vlog and start doing maybe like a series of like vlogs like this. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but they're going to be here so that you guys can be right here with me in the moment. Maybe it might help somebody, anybody. So, a bit of a backstory, and I'll post more on this another time when I have the time to post something about it. But I very recently separated from my husband of 5 years. Yesterday actually would have been 6 years. And technically it was 6 years because we are still married legally. Hold that thought. Okay, I had to pee. But anyway, I figured I would make this video because I need to channel this like feeling that I'm having in a more, I guess, productive way, because I'm feeling very, it's like an overwhelming feeling of like despair is like the best way that I can describe it. It's kind of, I'm getting very much nothing really matters, everything sucks type feelings. And it feels horrible. Very plainly putting it, it feels absolutely horrible. And so, anyway, me and my ex-husband separated. Now, the problem right now is the fact that we just got into an argument today, the day before Mother's Day, woohoo, about I don't even really want to talk about all that. I don't know how to just come out and say, some things, because I know that people that I know are going to end up seeing these at some point. Or, I mean, not that that's the goal, but, the end goal is to, have people watching this and, following along with this and everything. But we got into an argument, and, he's basically like checked out completely. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's so fucking hurtful to sit there and like want to have a conversation with somebody because the whole dynamic matters to you, and it only makes sense to have a conversation because I don't want to be left sitting here feeling like crap, basically. And it's just like, he's checked out. He doesn't even want to have the conversation because it's literally a waste of his time, basically. And I do want to like preface, okay, that like I'm not just like assuming these things. Like, I'm very in tune with the way that people feel and act and think, and all those things. And so when I'm sitting here saying this, like, I literally mean that, like, this is the way it is. Like, I'm not being snarky. I'm not being um overly over dramatic. Nothing like that. Like, I'm just being honest and forward and point blank, end of story. And so, like, he was very obviously done with the conversation. He's just like, well, I don't know what to say. I'll let you know when I get home. And just like left. you know. And I walked out the door. I'm just like, I'm exhausted now. You know what I mean? Like, emotionally. And it's really hard to, like, let that out because there's not a lot of people I like talking about it to because, you know, I don't like I don't like feeling like, oh, like it's getting old. I'm sorry. It's like 9:30 and I had some wine and I was crying hysterically earlier, so I'm very, very tired. But you know, right when you walked out the door, I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell? Like, how, how did it all get here? How did it all get here? And you know, the thing is like the argument got blown up because I expressed my feelings. And this is, I think, going to be the main point of this story that I'm making right here, this like mini vlog or whatever, is like I expressed my feelings. And it was a huge, huge argument. And the whole time I'm just like, why? Like, so frustrated because I'm like, why am I saying these things? And it's turning into an argument. Like I said, I'm upset because I feel this way because I saw this. And he basically said, well, you shouldn't feel that because it's none of your business anyway. And I said, you know, I was just like, you know, somewhere along the lines of like, it doesn't matter. Like, I know that it's none of my business, but that doesn't mean that I don't still have the right to feel a certain way about it. And it's just like, you know, everybody wants to have someone in their corner, even if it's just a fucking friend. That if I'm sitting here upset, it would be nice for that person that's there with you physically, or even, you know, over like text message or something, to be able to like go to someone and for them to be like, oh, like, I'm sorry you're feeling that way, or like, let me give you a hug, or, you know, let's talk about this, and like, you know, I'm sorry that that happened, blah blah blah, you know, type of thing. And it's just like, it's not there. And instead it was like this huge argument. It's like so frustrating. Like, I just want to like shake myself and say, you know, like, stop depending on this person that's obviously never going to be or do the things that you need them to do. They're never going to be the person you need them to be, and they're never going to do the things that you need them to do. And it's like, you know, I constantly am making these sacrifices and making these moves to make him feel better and to help him and to just like literally be there consistently. And I don't even feel like it wastes my energy to do that, you know what I mean? Because that's just like the type of role I want to have. But it's not being returned, and I just don't really understand why. And then, like, after this whole argument tonight, literally at like by the end, because he laid our kids down and, you know, was about to leave, and I was just like staring off into space because I was like, I feel like I need to apologize to make everything better, to make you feel better. But at the same time, I don't feel like I should apologize. Like, I don't feel like I need to apologize for my emotions. So I'm stuck in this weird place because I feel like I should apologize to make you feel better and to make me not look stupid. But at the same time, like, I shouldn't even feel or look stupid right now because all I was doing was expressing myself and like telling you how I feel. And it's just like, I'm trying real hard not to cry because I'm just like emotional about it. And I think the most frustrating part of it is just that, like, I just don't understand. Like, I don't get it. And at this point, I feel like I'm only being accessed or used when it's convenient. And that's not a healthy way to, like, be or live or anything, obviously. And it's like I tell myself constantly, I'm literally just itching the inside of my nose. And it's like I'm telling myself constantly that I have to shut the shit down. Like, I have to just completely be done with it, because obviously we are at a point where, like, we're not able to be friends. And he says all the time that, like, we are friends and, like, we're good, like, everything's good. But it's like, not. I can see why it's good for him, because it is. Everything's good for him. Like, I'm good for him. I do things for him, and I am there all of the time. I'm there anytime he needs me to be there. But it's like the second I break down, or like any second that, like, a wall of mine goes down and I, like, express myself and a part of me, like, comes out, or like I just come out, it's inconvenient. And I hate to feel that way and think that way. But at the same time, I think it would be more ignorant to sit here and continue to view myself as, oh, he'll change, or, oh, maybe I'm just overthinking it, or, basically, like, blindsiding myself. I don't know if blindsiding is the right word, but maybe it's better that I see it that way and am able to comprehend the fact that it won't ever change. It will never be different. I will always only be this person to this person. And there's really, at this point, nothing I can do, obviously, since I already do everything. There's nothing I can do to change that. And to change the role that I have in this person's life. And I think that that is the moral of the story, is that right now it's time to evaluate your role in it's time to evaluate the role that you are in other people's lives. And I think that that's something that we're going to talk about for the next couple of weeks. And I think that that is our first journey on this channel, and uncovering that and talking about it more in depth and figuring it out. And, I'll be trying to find tools to help me with that and really dealing with it. And I will share that with all of you so that you can go along with me. And, maybe if that's something that you need to work on in your life as well, maybe we can work on it together. And I think that's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun. So that concludes this little mini vlog that has now been 15 minutes of your time, and I hope it gave you a little bit of a backstory. I'll post more life events of mine in depth. That way, when I'm talking about them, it makes a little bit more sense, because I know some of these things are a little like nonsensical and it just, but I'll post more about myself so that you guys can get to know me, and when I talk about situations, you'll be able to follow along a little bit better. And thank you for bearing with me while I fought back some tears and had an actual heavy conversation with you. And I'm glad we were able to do it together. And I hope you guys have a good night. I'm going to try to have a good night. I don't feel 100% even after talking to the camera for 16 minutes now. But I'm gonna try, even though I feel like I might cry after I end this video. But it was nice talking to you guys, and like and subscribe. That way you get, notified when I post new videos and everything. And yeah, thanks for watching.